All right, here we go, Johnny. At the Buzz here, North Toronto Arena during the Sunday practice. Back at her again after last week's little fail.
Yeah, good to be back for the second try there, Bobby. It looks like we got all the bugs ironed out.
Yep.
And the pressure's on to have another back-to-back solid performance on the podcast.
It is. And our new theme song here, Radio Gaga. There we go. All right, now we cut that off. All right, good. So, lots to talk about today. I think today we'll talk about the games we had this week, the games that are coming up. And, of course, our new segment, Ask, Letters, and Flex, which is going to be great. We have a whole bunch of comments coming in, but a lot of questions to choose from. So we did this last week and didn't quite turn out because we didn't have the audio fixed, but everything's fixed. Everything's ready to go, Johnny. Where should we start?
Well, we now 3 games into the regular season.
Yep.
We had Leaside, and we had Forest Hill, and we had Goulding. We had a 2-1 record. Some may say we still have a lot of things that we need to iron out as a team. Scoring's come. We've been putting the puck in the net, but power play is still something that we need to work on, and just our timing is a little off in rhythm, and we've seen that a couple of games now where passes are a little off. But again, it's early in the season, so no time to panic. But in today's practice, that's what Mike's working on a lot, is just making sure that we're putting our sticks in good positions to receive passes and give passes, right? And there's a lot of teaching going on right now just to make sure that we iron these out. And, this is my second season here with North Toronto. We started off kind of like a little slow in the beginning, and we came after, I think we were 3-2 early on in the regular season.
Yeah.
And I think we strung 7 or 8 together, winning streaks. So, I'm confident that we're going to iron things out. Plus, we need to get a little bit more practices in.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get there as well. I mean, a couple things I liked. I like we scored a lot of goals against Leaside and Goulding. Obviously, would like to see a few more going in against Forest Hill.
Yeah.
But, we'll get there. To be 2-1 at this point in the season, it's not so bad. And we'll get there against top teams like Forest Hill, Ice Raiders, etc. I feel very confident about that.
I think that loss against Forest Hill, it really, just going into the dressing room, it really soured the mood in the dressing room. Kids don't like losing to Forest Hill for a lot of reasons. One of them being that they know a lot of players from that team, so they don't want to get chirped the next day at school. So they do take it to heart. That was all on them, right? If they string together a better effort, I know that the next game that we'll play against them will be ready to go.
Way better. John, you were talking about earlier about the Ice Raiders. What's their average goals per game?
Average goals per game for the Ice Raiders is over 8, Bobby. I was just checking the stat here.
That is insane.
And their goals against is .33. Get this, one of their games was 17-0 against
Markham.
Markham it was, right?
Yeah.
And then it sort of subsided after that. But again, they are the top team still. And a lot of it has to do with team concept, very hard forechecking team. They don't give you a lot of time and space. They're hard on pucks. Not like they're most offensive, forget the 17-0, but they can grind you out and play that tight game as well, and feel totally comfortable playing that type of style.
I feel good playing against those guys. I think we had a pretty decent preseason game against the Ice Raiders, and we always get up to play them, so I'm pretty pumped about that. One thing we didn't address for the week that was, Johnny, it was your birthday, you and Coach Mike. How did you celebrate your birthday?
I ate
40-ish?
I ate way too much cake. I had cake at work. I had a cupcake after when my daughter and I did a little. We went for mani-pedis and I went for a pedicure because I didn't want to sit there and watch. Yeah, so my toes are looking great.
I'd like to see your toes, Johnny. But
well, I should have busted a Mike Milne special today with some sandals. And
you're ready for the beach in Florida.
Yeah. So then I had cupcake there because it was my birthday, so you get a cupcake there. I had a cupcake in the dressing room because of Trudy, the intern, provided some cupcakes.
Yeah.
And then I had cake at home with the kids and just a lot of sugar. The next day I was talking to you about, I ended up doing some exercise, and I was having headaches every time my reps were. I think I was just overdosed on sugar.
Yeah, sugar rush. I have a great interview with Trudy, the intern, and David the Hip. Which is his new name because he got the hip replacement. So he's Dave. He's Dave the Hip, and so it'll be posted on Top Tier Sports in the coming days. So stay tuned for that one. that will be riveting and exciting. Everything. It was good to see. Good to celebrate the birthdays. You and Coach having the same day.
Yeah, I didn't know we celebrated the same birthday
know,
until maybe
right?
about a week before.
Yeah.
Yeah, he mentioned it, and yeah, he's a fellow Libra.
He sure is. One good thing I got to say positive against the Goulding game is we had 6 goals, 6 different goal scorers.
Yep.
So we spread the offense around, including Billy Panasopoulos got one in for your birthday and all the Greeks on the Danforth.
Yeah,
so that was nice.
Finally listened to his dad by taking a slap shot from the point.
Off the defender.
You know, I can't stand those wristers. You know, if no one's in front of the net or if no one's screening the goalie, it's a wasted shot. So hammer it in there and make sure you get those rebounds. And, you know, in Billy's case, you get a goal. And I just like the fact that, you know, we need to use more of our D in order to get in order to get like different looks and different opportunities and make our offense a little bit more dynamic.
You need to spread the offense around, and you need the defense to be part of it. Okay, we're going to see if we can make a phone call here. I don't know if this one's going to work because this guy is very busy at the moment.
He's parting it up somewhere right now, we'll see.
He is.
We'll see.
In Austin, Texas. We are seeing if we can get a hold of. Hello.
Hi, you've reached Paul Marconi. I'm sorry, I'm unavailable to take your call.
He's not available right now.
He's not available right now.
Number for the time that you call.
All right. Well, maybe leave a message.
Thank you, my earliest convenience. Thank you.
Marconi, it's Letters and Flex here. We are in the Buzz live. We're trying to get a hold of you, see if we can hear the action from the Austin F1 race, but clearly you are busy watching the race. Anyway, if you get a chance, give us a call within the next 10 minutes, and we'll put you live there. All right, talk soon. Bye. All right, so he's not available. So
He's leaving us high and dry. We got to come up with some content here.
Yeah.
Do you want to go straight into the Flex and Letters thing?
Yeah. Okay, so our new segment here, Ask Letters and Flex, and I can't even describe the overwhelming amount of comments and questions we're getting from pretty much all corners of the earth here. We are providing wisdom for the people.
And not just hockey-related questions.
No, people want us to solve their life problems. And that's why we're here, to do that. So I have a couple questions that we can answer here today that I got in here, the best ones, and the ones that need the most help.
You make me nervous every time you do this because I have no idea what you're going to ask.
This. So Johnny has not seen the questions.
I do have a career, eh?
Johnny has not seen the questions here
right.
Because they're coming straight to the YouTube or to the Instagram. But, you know, nevertheless, your wisdom and potentially my wisdom will help solve people's problems. Okay, here we go. So Ted writes, "Hey guys, love the show. I'm Canadian living in Florida with my mom and 3 cats. I hear North Toronto is playing here in November. Are there still any tickets available, and can I bring my cats?" Johnny, I don't know. I haven't checked the box office, but do you have any sense of StubHub or Ticketmaster?
No, I haven't checked, to be honest with you, Bobby. But I'm sure any fan of North Toronto, we can get him some tickets. We know Paul Marconi, so we'll get some tickets for him and maybe a luxury suite so they can fit his cats.
Yeah, we'll have to find out whether
Ted.
Ted he lives in Florida. He's Canadian, lives with his mom and his cats, and I mean, I don't know the rule.
Tell you what, Ted, you come down to the arena. We'll get you in for free, and we'll get a picture. You can get a picture with Flex and Letters.
Yeah.
And we'll sign your back. All right.
We'll do
you
that.
can tattoo it later on, right?
All right. So Ted, you're in, and we'll look into the cat situation there. Clearly, we will see. So Ted the Virgin out in Florida who wants to come in. Okay, that's question number 1. I've got a second one here, Johnny. Tammy from Oshawa writes, "Guys, me and my cousin Keith are expecting our first child. Lately, we haven't been getting along. Please help." So, Johnny...
well, since it's a family affair, Bobby, I think family intervention is probably good. You know, maybe get all the cousins together, the parents, the grandparents, and just, you know, sit down, you know, circle formation, and just talk it out. I think, you know, since it's a family affair, it should be a family intervention, I think.
Well, you know, I think that, first of all, congratulations, Tammy, to you and your cousin Keith on the expectation.
We certainly have a lot of fans from Oshawa. That's the second one from Oshawa that we've seen. But they've been very similar, Bobby.
We're huge in Oshawa, must be, right? I know Lloyd from Oshawa, Alabon's grandfather, listens to us, so maybe he spread the word and they're just listening to us intensively there and have lots of questions. But hopefully we can solve this problem, huh?
Continue.
Yeah, so we'll see. I have one more. We can do one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I think we addressed this one last week, Johnny, but because we didn't get air, we didn't get it on the air, so we'll have to ask this question. Okay, guys, I love the broadcast. I am Greek, just like letters. I love Johnny's beard, and I can't get mine to be as good. Any advice would be helpful. Sincerely, Maria from Mykonos. So Maria from Mykonos is trying to get the beard to be just like Johnny's. And anyway, what advice you have for Maria, Johnny? I don't have a beard, so I can't help her here.
Well, there's no Shoppers Drug Mart or Walmart in Mykonos, right? So I would probably just go with a basic olive oil, and just make sure you get down into the foliage, and just make sure you rub that in at least 2-3 times a day. Very dry weather in Mykonos, so you got to make sure that you apply quite a bit there, Maria.
And it sounds like Maria might be single. So if there's any single dads or friends of the NT family here, we could probably hook her up. So maybe Maria, send us a picture of yourself and your well-groomed beard, and maybe we can find love for her. Maybe we can become a love matching as well here, Johnny. Who knows? Who knows where this is gonna?
Yeah, maybe we can set up her Hinge profile.
Set her up on Hinge. That would be great. Okay, well, those are the questions that we have for today. I'm sure next week we'll have a lot of more riveting and promising questions. One other thing I'd like to get to, obviously it's Sunday afternoon here, the Blue Jays Game 6 tonight. Johnny, I don't know if you saw Game 5. What?
Yeah, it was terrible, Bobby. It was terrible.
It was a really bad, really bad game. But
as soon as you saw Brendan Little on the mound, what were your thoughts? What was going through your head?
I said, I think we have the wrong guy. As everybody probably repeated here, we've gone all season long with Dominguez and Hoffman for 8 and 9. And Schneider made a call that he thought was best. In Schneider we trust because he's done everything right this playoff so far. So, you live and die by your manager. He sometimes makes good decisions, sometimes he makes other decisions. You just never know.
Yeah, no, I agree. Blue Jays right now are coming back home, so that's good. Some home cooking. The crowd's going to be electric, guaranteed. I think we're the better team. So I personally think that it is possible for us to win 2 in a row. Let's get the first one out of the way. We got Yasevich on the mound, so I'm really excited about that, Bobby. And go Jays, go!
I think it's going to be an epic game.
Scoring first would be key to get the crowd into it for sure. You don't want to give up that first inning, run as we've kind of let Seattle do in games, I believe 3, 4, and 5, right?
I predict today's game we will win 7-2. The Savage will go 6, allow 1 earned run. We'll shut it down hard today.
And then Bobby Flex is going on in game 7.
I will be
Tarp
there.
Off.
I will be there. Tarp off.
Tarp off.
If Tarp off helps us win the game.
I want you to write a little J painted on your chest.
Yeah, I love the BJs.
Yeah, Blue Jays, yeah.
Blue Jays.
Exactly, Blue Jays, yeah. I've seen that T-shirt walking up.
You can't buy that shirt.
You can't buy that shirt.
You can't buy that shirt. I don't know who buys that shirt. But
one of my colleagues actually at work has that shirt.
Does he? Does she not? Does she not know? Does she not understand the connotation? You know what? If that's what it takes to win. We got Roger down here. I think we can get a couple words with Roger.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Roger.
No, he's busy.
Is he busy? He's
Coach
recording.
Mike is busy. We don't want Coach Mike to get upset.
Yeah, we don't want to interrupt the thing. So we talked today as we were walking to get coffee with Aaron Mulliver. He's sitting in the stands here with us, and so his kid won the Kit Kat Kid Player of the Game at the Goulding game. And he was surprised his kid didn't even tell him that he'd won. So, kids, if you listen to this, tell your parents.
Tell your parents who won the Kit Kat Player of the Game.
Yeah.
It's a big deal,
It's a huge deal.
It should be celebrated in the household with, your favorite dessert. Maybe a pitcher, family pitcher around the Kit Kat.
Yeah. I think that's how you should
Maybe
celebrate.
we should let him borrow the scarf for a day. That would be something, because we take the scarf back. Maybe we would give the kid, just like how the Leafs give the title belt after the game.
Oh,
do
yeah,
the
they
same
get to
thing
keep
with
it?
the Kit Kat scarf. Yeah.
What if? What did you like about his game that made him deserving of that?
Well,
Kit Kat play?
he was dynamic offensively, and he was also really strong in the defensive end. He was quite physical, made some good plays to evade, good outlet passes, and he was really strong back there. And Mulliver, he comes touted as a stay-at-home defenseman, but he does have some offensive capabilities as well, and I think he showed it a lot in the Golden game. And those are the little intangibles that you do, right? If you're not going to score and you're not going to find the score sheet, it's the other things, the intangible things that you need to do, and I think Mulliver hit those.
And let's talk about the other kid player of the game, where we had Miles Cooper in goal against Forest Hill.
You think his dad was proud of him?
I mean,
one way to find out, man.
Yeah, I think there's only one way to find out. Hopefully he was watching the game, but what a stand-up performance he had on that. I mean, he, allowing 2 goals, but could have easily allowed 4 or 5.
Bobby Flex, what's happening?
Michael Cooper, how you doing?
I'm excellent, brother. I'm excellent.
I'm here with Johnny Letters here. You're on the Buzz.
Oh, my favorite podcast of all time. How are you boys doing? Happy belated, Johnny.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. We'll celebrate when we see you again.
Where are you at these days?
Sure. Right now I'm in Mississauga watching Abby's game. No score. No score at the end of the first.
We were just talking about Miles' game against Forest Hill and how he stood on his head and kept us in that game. Did you get a chance to watch?
Yeah, of course. I thought he did well. I thought it was unfortunate the ref missed that net off the moorings, but what can you do about that? But he put in, he went for extra training twice that week before that game to make sure that he was going to be ready for that.
You could definitely tell he was technically sound, square to pucks, smothering those rebounds into the chest. I mean, for a first game of the season, I thought he was in mid-season form. Looked great.
Yeah, that's his plan this year. He feels like he wants to get some extra training whenever he can. Now, especially now that he's given up soccer and just playing hockey. So he's planning on doing as much extra training as he can, especially for these big games, so that he's locked and loaded and gives us the best chance to get a W.
Mikey, I don't know if I told you or if he told you that after the game, most of his peers from Forest Hill that go to school were giving him like taps on the pads and just really gave him a lot of props and flowers for the excellent game that he played. I don't know if he told you that, or even if he told you that he was Kit Kat player of the game.
I did. I can't miss the Kit Kat player of the game. It's one of my favorite interviews that you guys do. So I think the boys need to do a little press training, but otherwise, yeah, I thought it was. Listen, I mean, tough loss, and he stood on his head, so you got to give him the Kit Kat. And I'm glad at least he showed up and played.
We're like, you've been with North Toronto for a long time. We're notorious for slow starts in the year, early on the season, are we not?
Yes. So we actually, Miles and I had that conversation yesterday after the Goulding game, because he thought we were a little bit sloppy in that game, and I said to him, listen, traditionally we've always been about a 500 team until Christmas, and then we go undefeated in the second half. I said last year was the first year that I can remember that we were actually pretty dominant right out of the gate. So I have full confidence in our coaching staff that they'll get us playing the way we need to play, and we'll hit our stride as we always do. So if the boys just commit and put in the work.
That's great. So Mike, today on the Buzz, we're debuting our new segment called Ask, Letters, and Flex: Wisdom for the People. So if you have any questions you want answered, etc., we want to make sure that you have an opportunity to put that in the comments, and we'll answer that on the Buzz next week. So,
I love that idea, boys.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people have been asking us from all around the world. They want our wisdom and they want our advice, and I think it's the right thing to do is to share it with the people.
Are we just limiting it to hockey, or are we opening up to any topic?
No,
you guys have a breadth of knowledge on
finance, dating things, anniversary gifts for your wife, anything you need, buddy. We're here.
Yeah.
I gotta pick your brains for that one.
Today's question, we had Maria from Mykonos asked us a question. So we're global. So you will you'll get to hear a lot of different questions. So if you have any advice, you, your cousins, your family, your wife, you need something going on at work, you're not quite closing that deal, we're here to help you, pal.
Beautiful. I'm gonna. Hey, I actually have a question right off the top. How are we getting our bags down to Fort Lauderdale? How are we getting the equipment and the sticks?
Well, I bought two. I purchased two luggage purchases, right, or baggage, whatever you call it. So we're gonna claim one as the hockey bag, and the other one's gonna be our suitcase with both our stuff in it.
But what about the sticks, though? That's like the bag.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe someone should get a stick bag, or we get a big stick bag, and we get all the sticks in one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at the airport sometime in the next few days.
Yeah.
And I was figuring I'd ask him there what's the best way they can think of. But if anybody knows who's done it before, they can let us know too.
Maybe that's the advice on the next Buzz, Johnny. We can tell the people all the logistical stuff regarding Florida. So that's a good point. We'll add that to our questions for next week. All the logistical stuff that we can explain for Florida.
Love it.
All right, Coops. That's thanks for joining us today on the call, and we hope to see you soon,
keep up
man.
the great work. I know we've had some technical difficulties on the broadcast, but when they're on, you guys are on fire.
I think hopefully we fixed that. The last one went smooth. So
Last one was smooth, and it was a pleasure to watch and listen to you boys.
Thank you, Mikey.
we're always trying. You get what you pay for, though. That's for sure.
Abby's team just scored 1-0. Good girls.
That's great. Maybe we'll have Abby's team one day on the on Top Tier Sports when there's an important game or something like that. We can figure that out. We'll branch out.
Love it.
All right, take care, Coops.
All right, boy.
All right, see you. It's always good to talk to some of the parents and get their perspective onto what's going on, especially
We forgot to ask him what his Halloween ideas are.
Oh,
It's all right.
you have your costume all sorted out?
We'll just be surprised. Yeah, well, as an educator, we're doing like a staff thing. We're gonna dress up as coffee and donuts.
What?
Coffee and donuts.
And are you a coffee or are you donuts?
I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking going coffee.
I always picture you more as donuts. I don't know why.
I'm trying to work on that, Bobby.
I don't know why.
Work on that. Trying to become more like Flex.
Do you think Coach would mind if we talk to any of the kids, or he wants them to be attentive today?
It seems like a very attentive practice.
Yeah.
I could definitely see him snapping. But you know what? We're into the minute 22.
Yeah.
I think it's a good car ride length. Right now.
I think we're probably about time to wrap this up. All right. So that's it for the Buzz this week. Our new segment. This is Buzz episode number 2. I think we'll have multiple of these throughout the season. Looking forward to giving you all the info that you need. Johnny, always a pleasure. Go Jays tonight, and go NT on Monday night against North York Knights. That'll be a good game because you want to see how you compete against those teams that we should be beating, and those teams that sit below us in the standings to really get us going. And hopefully some of the things we're learning in practice today will be implemented at the game tomorrow. Go Blue Jays. Go NT. That's it. Everybody have a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye.